Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gabriela and today I'm going to walk you through my stretching routine. We're going to be stretching together in real time with my favorite stretches to keep my hips mobile and flexible to belly dance. So get your mat ready and let's begin. We're going to begin by standing with your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Lift your arms, take a deep breath, bring your palms together. Look up. You're going to take your thumbs right between your eyebrows and then down through your nose to your lips and then down to the center of your chest. I always like to begin connecting, feeling peaceful, and then from there you're going to bend forward, pressing with your feet against the floor, and you want to align your shoulders and your hips. Begin to activate the back of your legs by really pressing with your toes against the floor, pushing your tailbone up, keeping your back straight, tighten your core, hold it there a few seconds. You still have the hands close to the heart, bringing good energy into our stretch practice today. And take a deep breath, and as you exhale, relax, bringing your hands to the floor, relaxing your head, shaking off your hair a little bit. Hold it there. Keep your knees straight, the weight of your body a little bit towards your toes. And from here, you're going to bring one hand to each ankle. And as you exhale, try to get a little bit closer to the ground with the top of your head. Stay there. Good. You're going to begin to feel that in the lower back, also a little bit in the back of the legs, mainly your hamstrings. And after I've done that, I like to bring one hand to each elbow, like this. I hope you can see it under my hair. So one hand to each elbow, let your head fall between your arms, and then just let the weight of your upper body bring you a little closer to the ground, and keep pressing with your feet against the floor. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, let go for a second of your elbows. Place the palms of your hands on the floor, and we're going to rotate. So you're going to keep one hand on the ground, lift the other arm, rotate up. Open your chest to the side, hold it there. Option here, if you don't reach the floor, you can bend your knees slightly to help you. Hold it there just a little bit more. Keep pressing with your hand against the ground. Other arm is up. Now you're going to take this hand and wave. No, you can wave. And then bring it around your waist and just increase the stretch. If you reach, you can hold on to your opposite leg like this. If you don't reach, just wrap it around the waist. Hold it there. We're activating the spine. Just a tiny bit more. And now come back to the middle, and we're going to switch sides. So place that hand on the floor. Exhale and lift the other arm. Rotate to the other side. Again, opening your chest to the side. Keeping your knees straight. And bring your hand around your waist. Again, if you can reach your opposite leg, go ahead and wrap your hand around that leg. If you don't reach, bring it just around the waist, increasing the stretch, still pressing on the ground with the other hand. Hold it. both hands to the center one more time. Take a deep breath and you're going to take both hands over to one leg. Hold on to your ankle. As you exhale, get a little bit closer with your upper body. Both knees are straight. Perfect. Exhale, switch sides. Hands to the other ankle or calf. Exhale, get a little bit closer to that leg. You're going to start to feel that quite a bit in the hamstrings. Perfect. And go back to the middle one more time. Relax the top of your head towards the center of the mat, center of your feet. Take your hands behind your back just for a second. Bring them together. Inhale, and as you exhale, stretch out your elbows. Relax your neck. Knees and elbows straight. Getting a little bit of shoulder mobility there. Just stay a little longer. Take your hands to your back again, and then bring them slowly to the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knees, take your hands to your thighs, and lift your back slowly, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. You can move your hair out of the way if you need. Bring your feet parallel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Perfect. And let's go to the mat. We're going to sit down. Sitting on the mat, I like to begin with a good adductor stretch just to open the hip. So let's get started. You're going to sit down and separate your legs out to the sides like this. Wherever you reach is fine initially, then we will start to stretch a little bit more with time. So if you need, you can just move your foot a little more to the side using your hands, or just lift your glutes a bit out of the way. So we're going to start over here. You're going to feel it right away, just a little bit crossing through the inner thighs. You want to push your heels out to the sides, toes pointing up. Inhale, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to lean over to one leg. So you can start on any side. What you want to do is try to get your opposite hand a little bit closer to that side. Make sure the other foot doesn't close like this, so keep your toes pointing up. Exhale and bring your upper body closer with your chest down towards your thigh, knee, and calf. Let's go. I like to stay there for quite a bit. As soon as you begin to stretch, out of the reflex, the muscle is going to contract for a few seconds. So we need to give it a few seconds without changing position so that our bodies start to relax and increase the flexibility. That's what we're going to do here. Hold it there, don't move. You might begin to notice that after staying there for a little while, your leg might feel like it can open a little more. If that is the case, you can use your hand to gently bring your foot a little further. If you don't feel like separating a little bit more, listen to your body, stay right where you are, and just continue stretching a little longer on this side. You will also feel the lower side of your back as it does a little bit of a flexion there, getting closer to your leg. Perfect. Let's come back to the middle using your hands to help. Return to the center once you're in the middle. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So you can use your hands initially to help you get a little bit closer. Remember, you want to try to get the opposite side closer. So opposite hand is going to reach a little more towards that leg. And as you exhale, just relax your upper body, bringing it closer and closer to your leg. You want your belly close to your thigh, then your chest, then your head. Hold it there. We're going to stay there just a little while. You will begin to feel your inner thighs quite a bit already. Remember, if you notice that after a little while your leg kind of wants to go a little further, help it out, use your hand, and you can open just a little bit more. If you feel like it's okay, like it's already having enough of the stretch, leave it right where it is. Perfect. Slowly again, use your hands to lift your back, return to the center, and once you're in the middle, you have a couple of options. We're going to lean forward. If you feel like your legs are okay with this separation, just hold it where it is. You will feel the inner thighs quite a bit more this time. If you want to separate a little bit more, you have a couple of options. You can either, again, use your hands on the outer side of your feet to push them back a little bit, or you can bring one hand in front of you, one hand behind you, lift your bum off the floor, and just slide your pelvis forward slightly. That is going to increase the separation. Once you do that, you might need to adjust your feet a little bit as well, so that everything is in a comfortable, more or less, not really comfortable, Gabriela, but it is what it is, position. So inner thighs, take a deep breath. As you exhale, begin to walk forward using your hands. Walk, 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 walk as far as you can. And once you can't go any further, just relax there. I'm going to place my hands here just to bring my forehead. You can either use another mat if you prefer, or just relax into the floor. And again, you want to keep your knees straight, hip open. You will feel that quite a bit, crossing through the inner part of your thighs, up to the back of the knee, which is an insertion point for the adductors, so you will feel that quite a bit. Stay there just a little bit more. hold it there just a tiny bit longer. You will feel that quite a bit. Again, in your adductors, the muscles that are in the inner part of your thighs. Take a deep breath. You can try to go a little further with your hands just one last time. Perfect. And slowly inhale, and as you exhale, lift your back. Walking up with your hands. Ooh, you're really going to feel that in your inner thighs. I love to do this one. I actually am a little bit intense. And I do this when I read a lot of the time. So I just sit like this. Book, read, laptop, do your homework, whatever you got to do on your laptop. You can use your phone. So it's a pretty comfortable position in that sense. Other stretches, you can't really do stuff. You can't multitask, but this one is great. So go ahead and give it a go if that is also your thing. Once we are done with this, we're going to move on to the next stretch that I really like to do for my hip. And I do these probably, some of them every day, I guess. I would say every day. I might miss a day here and there, but pretty much daily. You're going to bring your hand a little bit behind you and then slide your pelvis a bit forward, and you can use your hands on the outer part of your legs to help you bring them back together. Move them a bit. You will feel your hip a bit different in that position, so just shake it up. Good, good, good. Shake, shake, shake. You can bend and stretch your knees if you need. Good. And let's go with the next one. We are going to stretch our, we're going to work on front splits. So we will be stretching hamstrings and hip flexors. We will begin with hip flexors on one side plus hamstrings, then switch to the other side. Ready? Let's go. So what you're going to do is bend your knees this time over here. And you're going to step forward with one leg. You can use one leg or the other. Place your hands beside your foot like this. Toes on the floor. Stretch your knee. Slide your hip back. Good. Once you have your hip back, place your knee on the floor again. And you don't want to place all of your kneecap, but mainly the top part, so that there's a little more cushion and it doesn't hurt the knee. You're going to inhale, and when you exhale, lift your back. Align your shoulders with your hips, and you are going to bring your hip down and forward, increasing the stretch over there. You're going to feel that quite a bit in the hip flexor from the back leg. Hold it a little more. Let's stay there. Good. And when I do this one, I usually like to challenge my balance just a little bit. You can open your chest slightly and lean back. If you reach the floor, you can place one hand or the other on the floor and just slide your arm back, opening the chest, working a tiny bit on back extensions as well. And if you feel ready, lift both hands. Perfect. I am back. The camera stopped recording, so I press play again, and let's continue stretching. Now, what I was saying is, once you come back from that back extension, bring your hands close to your foot. We're going to go ahead and stretch the hamstrings. So you're going to slide your hip back until your leg in the front stretches out. Now, if you don't reach the floor with your hands like this, what you can do is use some blocks for support. You want to have your hips square, leg in the front, right aligned with your hip. You might need to move it slightly. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, walk with your hands forward, get closer to that leg, and keep pushing with your heel to the front, and with your tailbone, with your hip bone, same hip pushes back in order to extend those hamstrings. Let's stay there just a little bit more. And when you exhale, you can get a bit closer to that leg. And here is where I will give you two options. If you want to try splits, if you're using blocks to support you, you can try sliding your leg forward slowly. If you can do splits, you can just go directly from here. Also keep in mind that depending on your mat or the floor, your foot might get a little stuck. So another option you have is just to like lift your foot. In this case, the mat is a little bit stickier, so you can also just like slide back with the back leg until you reach your splits. Perfect. Once you got your splits, hold it there. You can let go of the floor, try to balance, or remember, if you don't reach yet, use your blocks. Hold it there. And again, from the splits, I do like to extend the chest a little bit as well. So what I do is I place the opposite hand to the front leg right here to the side, and then the same leg as the same arm as the front leg, I'm getting confused, opens, and your chest opens back. Hold it there. Try to really open that chest. Stay there just a little bit more. You can let go and bring the other arm as well. Perfect. And slowly go back to the front. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, lean forward and hug your leg. Give it some love for all the work that it's doing, all this stretching. So try to get a little bit closer to your leg, whether you are in this position or also if you're using the blocks, you can slightly lean forward while holding onto the blocks, or you can return to the previous hamstring stretch that we did before. In either case, stay there. Just a little bit more, allowing your legs to increase their flexibility. Perfect. And now to exit this position, lift your hands. I like to wobble onto the front leg and that side, and then start bending the knee in the back, bending the knee in the front. You can always help a little bit with your hands. And then just relax your hip by bringing both legs over here. So your hands under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips, and then just slide your hip back. Relax your arms forward. And I like to balance my hips slightly from one side to the other. You're going to feel the hip flexors there quite a bit. Pause in the middle. Lift your back slowly, and let's go with the other leg. So again, let's begin by just stepping forward with the other foot like this, and you're going to place your hands close to that foot. Stretch your leg in the back, take a deep breath, and walk with that leg a little further back, and then place your knee on the floor. Place your foot on the floor and lift your back slowly using your hands to help. You want to slide your hip down and forward. Hold it there just a little bit longer. And you're going to start to feel your hip flexors right over here, increasing their flexibility, stretching just a little bit more. Good. Hold it there. And let's try to balance. So remember, from this position, you can stay here, But if you want, you can also start to lean back slowly. You can place your fingertips on the floor if you reach one side or the other or both. And then you are going to lift your arm. Perfect. And hold it there. Hold it just a little bit more. Awkward position to talk. And you can try to balance by lifting the other arm as well, bringing your hands together. Good. And slowly come back to the front. Ooh, good. You're really going to feel the balance there. You're going to feel your hip opening even more when you add the back extension, because you're opening all the front chain of your body, right? So it does make it a little more intense. Now, let's go to the hamstring. So place your hands right over here beside your foot, close to your foot, and you're going to stretch the leg that you have in front. Remember, you want to keep your hips even for this one, so slide your hips slightly back. You might need to move your foot a little bit just so it's right in front of your hip in a more or less comfortable position. Push with your heel forward and with your hip back, and slowly lean forward. And something I forgot to mention is you might feel a difference between one side and the other. So one side might be much more flexible, one side will be less flexible. Just be patient. Be patient with your body, so wherever you reach is okay. Let's go with this side. Exhale and lean forward. And let's stay there, giving that hamstring just a little time to ease into our stretch. Perfect. And remember, you have a couple of options. If you can do splits, you can go ahead and slide your leg forward. Depends a little bit on the surface. You might need some help, or you can move the leg back as well. If you can't do splits, you can also hold on to blocks and then try to slide your leg forward a little bit. You can keep more space between your leg and the floor as much as you need, or you can hold this stretch that we were just doing. So in any option, I'm going to use my hand a little bit to help this leg. There we go. And then slide this hip back, just because of the material. Good. And once you are in your split position, hold it there, keeping your back straight first, just to really let the weight of your upper body sink your hip in towards the floor and help you increase that stretch. I hope you guys are doing good. This is going to keep your hips nice, flexible, and mobile and healthy, so it's super important. Remember to always respect the limits that your body is offering today. Slowly, as you stretch, it will begin to change. It will begin to allow a little more mobility. Hold it there just a bit longer, and again, we can try an extension. So the same arm as the leg that is in the back holds the floor, other hand up, and lean back, just opening the chest. Again, remember, each side might feel a little bit different. Hold it there just a bit more. You can let go of the floor and bring your other arm there as well. Perfect. And slowly come back to the front. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, lean towards your leg. If you are in splits position, just lean forward. If you have the blocks, you might need to lift your hip a little bit. See how that feels. Depending on the blocks, like make sure you're stable, right? So in any position, lean forward, hold onto your leg, get closer to that leg again. Give it a little bit of love and a big thank you for stretching today. You're doing a great job. Hold it there just a little bit more. These minutes throughout your day that you take for your body, for yourself, to take care of yourself means so much and can go a really, really long way. So good job for choosing to do that today. You should be proud and have a big smile on your face. Hold it there. Perfect, and slowly to leave this position, use your hands, lift your back, and remember, you can slide a little bit to the side, bring the back leg a bit forward, bend this knee, bring your legs together, and let's slide the hip back one more time. So remember, hands over here, bring the hip back, and slowly you can wobble it from side to side. You can relax your arms, stretching them forward if you need. Good job. You have completed your stretch today. When you finish relaxing your hip, you can use your hands to help you get into a comfortable seated position. Once you're seated comfortably with your back straight, lift your arms, take a deep breath, bring your palms together, look up at the beautiful sky, and again, take your thumbs right to your third eye, so we can have beautiful thoughts, slide them down towards your lips, so we speak from a place of love, and bring them to your heart, so we feel beautiful emotions today. Thank you so much for joining me. After stretching, I really enjoy going into meditation, so you can try that out if it works for you. I like just lying down on the mat and either doing a mantra meditation or silent meditation or a guided meditation. And I also enjoy putting some essential oils and making it all a beautiful, peaceful experience. You can give that a go as well if you like. Thank you again for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below telling me how stretching benefits you and how it makes you feel. And you can join me for more videos by subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Gabriela Belly Dancer for more news on stretching and belly dancing. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.